Thanks, Pete. If you're looking for a new adventure, we have just the place for you.
Emily Deem recently stopped by the Wisconsin Maritime Museum in Manitowoc.
She got a chance to tour a submarine.
Hi, Emily. How are you?
I did. I'm doing great this morning, Rachel and Pete. I got to tell you, the USS Cobia World War II submarine at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum is pretty amazing. The ship itself is a little bit longer than a football field, and the widest point on the ship is about 28 feet wide. And while it was serving, it had about a crew of about 80 members on the ship. I got to tour the USS Cobia. Take a look. Have you ever wanted to tour a submarine? Well, you'll have to crawl through a hatch like this one if you want to. We're on the USS Cobia. This is the World War II submarine out at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum. Right now we're in the Galley. This was their eating area for the crew members, a part of this submarine. Karen Duval is here with me to tell us a little bit more about this space. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
Now, you give tours out here of this submarine. The best part is you actually get to see who was a part of the crew. Tell me about these pictures.
This is just a lot of great crew photos from the commissioning or when they're on the beach somewhere. This photo right here is of Ralph Clark Houston Jr., and he was only on board for about 2 weeks before he was killed in action during a surface attack, and he was only 19 years old.
You were telling me there's a lot of young men that were a part of this sub and the team. How many people could fit out here? Because it was a crew of 80. How many people could actually be in this space?
Well, there's 80, but they did 3 shifts, so at one time there could be 24 guys sitting here eating their meals.
And you were telling me they ate well?
Yes, they had, you know, regular meals off of nice, great porcelain plates and coffee mugs. They had, you know, they could have birthday cake, ice cream even, fresh baked bread every morning. They ate really well.
Now tell me why there's no handle on this coffee mug.
The submarine's got to be durable. A handles just get in the way.
That's just unbelievable. You know, we were also talking about how long they would be on the sub. Tell us about that.
They were out for about 2 to 3 months, so that's an average war patrol.
And you know, you can see we have our jackets on right now because it's cold, but when they were on the Pacific, it was warm. Tell us about the temperature.
Average temperature, well, at least for this boat, because they were in the South Pacific, was about 90, in the 90s, 90 degrees, so they had shorts and sandals to try to stay cool. In the engine rooms, it could get up to about 120, 130 degrees when the engines are running, so it was incredibly hot.
You know, you see the pictures over there and the books in this area. How do you think the men were? You know, this part was probably laid back part because like they could eat here. Tell us about that.
It's like, this is where they gathered. They'd, you know, play games. They could listen to the radio. They had a record player, if you know, kids these days remember what records are. Read books, write letters home. So this was kind of their rec area where they all got to meet up and hang out and just relax a little bit.
Unbelievable, and just great to learn the history too. Karen, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Rachel and Pete, it was really awesome touring this sub. Hey, it's open 7 days a week, and you can tour it yourself if you want to. You can go to our website at fox11online.com and click on Good Day Wisconsin for the Wisconsin Maritime Museum's website. We'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Emily.